Good evening, vinyl community. North Carolina vinyl picker here. It's Saturday night, time for the show, and I got a few things to discuss tonight. Some shout outs, and I got some new finds, and also the rest. I'm going to show the rest of my Stephen Wilson Porcupine Tree CDs and talk about them. So let's kick things off and talk about these records I found. I found these records in a antique store yesterday, and this is the band's third album. And I had already purchased the first two, and I listened to all three of them last night. And I gotta say, I think the second album, the band, is probably my favorite of the three. But I like all three of them. This one here was I had never heard this one before, and I seen somebody showing it on the VC. George was showing it, and then I just happened to see it in a store, and the price was right, so I picked it up and I listened to it last night, and I really liked it a lot. I like Robbie Robertson and the band, and yeah, they're top notch. So that was good. And then I found this album that I don't really know too much about. I know Mike Bloomfield and Al Cooper. This is their live album, and they do a lot of cover songs. They do The Wait. They do Dear Mr. Fantasy, 59th Street Bridge song, Feeling Groovy, lots of Green Onions, a whole bunch of blues rock. And I have another, the Super Session that I found also. So I'm going to give this double album a spin and give it a listen. Then I'll give you a critique it, and when I'm done listening to it, I'll let you know what I heard and what I thought of it. So found this one in a Target, as I'll tell you up here, and it's the I had this album a long time ago. Everybody can see it's the gold vinyl version. So I have to give this a spin, and I want to get. I like Lindsey Buckingham a lot. I think he's a very underrated guitar player, and I believe once him and Stevie had their fight for the umpteenth time, that is probably the end of the band. Without him, they went out and they did some stuff without him with a couple other people, and it didn't go over very well. Because Lindsey Buckingham is the heart and soul of that band. It's his vocals, his guitar playing, and put your comments down below on what you think of that. I just love his guitar playing and his finger picking. So yeah, I'm going to give that Rumors album a spin. It seems to be like one of the all-time best albums of all time as far as sales goes. That's for sure. You see it getting released and re-released and released again. Found this album online for $1, and then it cost more for shipping and the postage and the packaging than it did to get the album. As you can tell, it's got lots of water damage, and it's but it's the T-Rex album that I didn't have. It's the one I've been wanting. I'm not sure if I've ever owned it, but I got lucky with this one. Yep, it's a white label promo. Pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and spin this as soon as I get done making this video. But yeah, nobody else was bidding on it, and I noticed it was a promo, and I'm like, well, everybody knows out there I love my promos. But you can't play the cover. So yeah, you can't play the cover. And the back is pretty much ate up too. But looking forward to spinning it. I got Electric Warrior, and so this one here will be a nice addition to, and I got the slider. So this one will be a nice addition to my collection. I'll put this up. Maybe someday I can find another hype sticker to put there over it. We'll see. I want to go ahead and give a few shout outs. I was watching the Canadian Stud Muffin earlier. I was watching his show, and he had Glenn Calloway from The Basement and Robert's on my turntable. I've been a fan of those guys for a very long time, at least well over a year, maybe going on 2 years. I've been watching them on YouTube. So go ahead and sub up Glenn Calloway from the basement, and Robert's on my turntable. And there was another young man there named Sam St. John, and I subbed him up, and I'm going to go ahead and watch his shows as well as the Canadian Stud Muffin. I've been watching him now for quite a while, for at least a couple months. So, with that said, let's go ahead and dive into this Steven Wilson, finish this up, so that way we can start another artist. These are going to be starting with the Porcupine Tree CDs. The rest of the collection that I have 60 CDs all in all. That's with Porcupine Tree and Steven Wilson combined. So, but this is the later of the 60. So I got 30 more here. Here's Porcupine Tree XM, and this is a concert that was recorded live by Satellite Radio Performance, Studio One, Washington D.C., 12th of November 2002. And these are all available. I got a lot of these Russian bootleg ones, but they were really cheap at the time, and to buy the originals are just crazy money. This one here is Porcupine Tree Stars Die, the Delirium years, 91 to 97. This one's got a radioactive toy and a lot of the real old stuff. You can see Steven here. Over here, he's really young. That's about when I started listening to him. And then we got Deadwing. This was supposed to have been a movie, but they never completed it, and they just came out with the music and the videos. And this one has Lazarus and Shallow and Halo, Arriving Somewhere But Not Here. I've seen him do this live. I've seen him do a lot of these songs live, whether it was with Porcupine Tree, which I seen in Orlando on the Fear tour. But then I also seen Steven Wilson by himself twice. So I've seen him 3 times live. And I'm hoping to see him again when he comes back around with Porcupine Tree. If they come to Charlotte, I'm going to be going down there to see it. Here's another copy of Deadwing. That's a promo. And I got this one here. This one here is We Lost the Skyline. This was recorded live down in Orlando at a record store down there that I used to go to at Park Avenue. And I didn't get to see the show. For some reason or another, I was there. It was in 2007. It was recorded live. And John Wesley was there playing with them. And John Wesley would play with Steven Wilson when he would go live. And John Wesley has some awesome music, and he's from Tampa. Then we have Arriving Somewhere, live concert, filmed at the Park West, Chicago, October 2002. All these are available on, you can get them on eBay and stuff. Porcupine Tree Sampler. This is from Absentia. And it's a promo. Includes the bonus video of Strip the Soul. It's got Blackest Eyes, Trains. You got pretty dark. A couple of his albums like Deadwing and in Absentia, people that are into metal would really enjoy these, I think, also. There's another little promo. This is from the Porcupine Tree Sampler from 2002. Blackest Eyes, Trains, She Moved On, Buying New Soul, Stranger by the Minute, Strip the Soul. Then we have a CD version of Futile. We got Porcupine Tree Rock Palast. Another live show. Like I say, I'm a big Steven Wilson Porcupine Tree. I'm glad to see other people in the VC that are catching on to his music. Here's the tour that I seen Porcupine Tree with. And this here is Fear of a Blank Planet. And here's another copy of Fear of a Blank Planet. This one here has the booklet and everything inside it. And Porcupine Tree Anesthetize. This would be the live show that I saw. This is also available on Blu-ray. This is the complete show. This also has the DVD in it. And there's more. Stephen Wilson, Insurgents remixed. Insurgentes. These are all the remixes from Stephen Wilson's first solo album. Grace from Drowning. Here we got The Raven That Refused to Sing. Missed seeing him on this tour. Would have liked to have seen that one. Here's an album he did with cover versions. It's got Thank You, Alanis Morissette song, Moment I Lost, The Day Before You Came, Please Come Home, A Forest, 4 Trees Down, The Guitar Lesson, The Unquiet Grave, Sign of the Times, that's Prince, Well You're Wrong, Lord of the Reedy River, I believe that's Donovan, and End to End. Tells you all the artists that these songs belong to, so to speak. I have, here we go, The Hand Cannot Erase. Excellent album. I seen this show in Orlando. It's incredible. And he did some Porcupine Tree songs as well. It's another copy of Hand Cannot Erase. This one's got the booklet with it. Here's 4.5. This album came out between his 4th and his 5th album, solo album, and he had some extra songs. So he did one that was called 4.5. Let's see, these are all available. Especially you can get them on his website as well. This one here, it's kind of like it's a best of. Transcends, Stephen Wilson. Then we have To the Bone, where he started going towards more pop. And then we have Nil Reoccurring. These are some extra songs that he had left over. Then we have this one here. This is recorded live in Finland, 2007. It's another live show of Porcupine Tree. These are kind of all mixed up. Here's The Incident. That's the final Porcupine Tree album that they did. But now they're going to be coming back and next year, they're recording a new album. It's actually songs that were they were left over after this album, or they were songs they started and didn't finish, and then they finished them up. But from what I hear, Colin Edwin, the bass player, is not going to be with them for one reason or another. Here's a copy of Octane Twisted. This would be the Incident live show. Great album. Here's a Japanese promo copy of import of Octane Twisted, the live show. Here is Insurgentes. I believe I'm saying that right. That's the name of a street in Mexico City. This was his first solo album. Insurgentes, maybe? And then another copy of Insurgentes. And then I got a few more to show. And we'll wrap this up for this Saturday night. I know you're all busy. Here's another. I'm going to show these ones here. These are CDs that are bands that are similar to Steven Wilson's sound. Maybe some bands here you've never heard of and would like to check out. Here's a band called Abigail's Ghost, and they're actually from New Orleans. And they have a really close resemblance to a Porcupine Tree in their sound. But if you can pick this one up, this album is called Selling Insincerity. It's a great album. These are all great albums. These ones I'm going to show here are some albums that I think you'd enjoy if you like this type of music with Steven Wilson and Porcupine Tree. I think you'd enjoy these records. Damnation Opeth. This album was produced by Steven Wilson. It's not the typical Opeth with all the growls and the death growls and whatnot. This is more of a melodic prog album. We have Chicago Transit Authority, the first album, and I'll show these together, and Chicago 2. These were both remixed and remastered by Steven Wilson. They sound incredible. Not a huge fan of... I like the analog sound. Not so much on the digital side. But they do sound incredible. Then we have Chad Wackerman, 40 Reasons, and The View. He's played drums for Steven Wilson. These are a couple of his older jazz albums. They're more of a jazz fusion. Chad Wackerman, very good. Here's a copy of Get All You Deserve. This is another live album. This is from 2002. Steven Wilson. Adam Holtzman on keyboards. Marco Miniman on drums. Nick Beggs on bass. Here we have In Concert at the Royal Albert Hall. It's called Home Invasion. This is the To the Bone show. I seen this show in Ponte Vedra, Florida, near Jacksonville, in a little small church with my son. Incredible show. Very small venue. I don't think it had more than, I don't think there was 500 people in there. Probably like 400 people in there. We had great seats. Here's a sealed copy of the Future Bites, his latest album. Not sure what he's going to do next, but looks like he's going to be doing Porcupine Tree. This is Storm Corrosion. This is with the Steven and also the main man there from Opeth. They made an album together, and it's got a lot of instrumentation on it. And weirdities. Coming up on 20 minutes here. I'm going to wrap this up. Gavin Harrison, Cheating the Polygraph. This is the drummer for Porcupine Tree, and he reimagined these songs into a jazz. So if you're really into jazz, he does lots of the Porcupine Tree songs to a jazz beat. It's really different. And here is the keyboard player for Steven Wilson, Adam Holtzman. Tooth Decay. This album is really good. This was a promo that I found for a couple bucks on And Adam Holtzman, he's an incredible keyboard player. He went to some like Juilliard in New York City or something. His father was a famous music producer. Blackfield, live in New York City. Blackfield's a side project of Steven Wilson. That's another band to get into. And they've made lots of records together. And this was from 2007 from the Bowery Ballroom in New York City. But Steven Wilson's on most of the Blackfield albums. So if you're a big Steven Wilson fan, you can check out Blackfield. Start with the first album. It sounds just like a Steven Wilson record, an older Steven Wilson record. That's what it is. All he wrote most of the songs. So that's all for now. For those, I got all that covered. And Tuesday night when we come on live, we're going to talk about another band. I'm going to go ahead and do a deep dive. I think I'll start showing my my Pink Floyd records. Now that might take me a couple of weeks. I got quite a few. Well, we'll do a Pink Floyd thing. They're going to be bringing Pulse back out with the blinking light. It's going to be, I saw it's going to be a DVD though. I don't know why it's not going to be a Blu-ray, but I saw it on Amazon and it said it was a DVD of the live show. Well, I already have that. So where's the Blu-ray? We need a Blu-ray and a box and an upgrade on the audio, and so maybe they'll come out with all of that. We'll have to wait and see on that. So we'll see you Tuesday night, and we're getting close to Christmas, so make sure you get out there and get all of your Christmas shopping done. Tuesday night, I'm going to go over my 10 albums that I'd like to get for Christmas, and also the 10 albums that I want to are on my wish list. My 10 most the grails, the ones that I'm looking for in the new year that I like to put on my wall back here. So y'all have a great rest of your night, and we'll talk to you soon. Be extra safe out there, and want you to be safe out there when you're out shopping and whatnot, and be careful out there. So we'll talk to y'all later. We'll see you Tuesday night. Talk to y'all. Bye.